Dennis Kozlowski systematically plundered over $600 million from Tyco International by turning his own corporation into a private piggy bank. Inside his $30 million Manhattan apartment, a single floral shower curtain in his maid's bathroom cost the company $6,000. You are about to discover how this jaw-dropping display of corporate greed was funded by unsuspecting shareholders, and the shockingly simple mistake that brought it all crashing down. To understand how this happened, we have to look at Tyco International. In the 1990s, Tyco was a massive industrial conglomerate. Think of it as a giant shopping cart rolling through Wall Street, buying up hundreds of smaller companies that made everything from security systems to medical plastics. Dennis Kozlowski, who started at Tyco as a humble auditor in 1975, became the CEO in 1992. Under his watch, the company grew into a corporate empire. To the public, Kozlowski was a business genius, and Tyco was a safe haven. Millions of ordinary people, including Tyco's own 260,000 workers, poured their life savings and retirement funds into the company's stock, trusting that their future was secure. But behind the closed doors of the executive suite, a completely different story was unfolding. Kozlowski was quietly setting up a parallel financial system designed for one purpose: to enrich himself. But to understand how he pulled this off, we have to look at a secret loan program designed for employees, which Kozlowski twisted into a personal money machine. As Tyco's buying spree continued throughout the late 1990s, its stock price soared, eventually reaching $60 per share. On paper, Tyco was a financial powerhouse, but this growth was built on a lie. Between 1996 and 2002, Tyco's executives overstated their reported financial results by at least $1 billion. Kozlowski, along with his chief financial officer, Mark Swartz, realized they could exploit this artificially inflated success. Swartz, the financial mastermind of the operation, helped structure complex transactions that kept the board of directors completely in the dark. Together, they quietly began liquidating their own holdings. Shareholders watched the stock climb, feeling secure, while Kozlowski and Swartz secretly pocketed $410 million and $430 million, respectively, from selling their inflated stock. Yet stock sales weren't enough. They wanted cash directly from the company vaults, and they found a way to take it without anyone asking questions. The primary tool for this massive heist was the Key Employee Corporate Loan Program, or KELP, originally designed to help employees buy company stock or pay taxes. Kozlowski and Swartz treated it like an interest-free credit card with no limit. Kozlowski took a staggering $270 million in KELP loans, using the vast majority of it for his own personal luxury. Even worse, these loans were secretly forgiven, meaning the company simply erased the debt from its books without telling the board or the shareholders. Kozlowski also awarded himself $81 million in unauthorized bonuses. To house his lavish lifestyle, he had Tyco buy an $18 million apartment in Manhattan, which grew to a total cost of $30 million once the company paid to furnish it. The details of these corporate-funded furnishings are almost hard to believe. A $15,000 dog umbrella stand, a $17,100 traveling toilet box, a $6,300 sewing basket, a $2,200 wastebasket, $2,900 coat hangers, and a $445 pin cushion. And of course, the infamous $6,000 floral shower curtain for his maid's bathroom. But the ultimate display of this stolen wealth was about to take place on a Mediterranean island, featuring an ice sculpture that became the ultimate symbol of corporate excess. In 2001, Kozlowski threw a $2 million Roman-themed 40th birthday party for his wife on the Italian island of Sardinia. He had Tyco pay for half of the bill, claiming it was a corporate retreat. The party featured guests dressed in togas, a private concert by Jimmy Buffett, and a massive ice sculpture of Michelangelo's David that urinated Stolichnaya vodka. It was a display of wealth so extreme that it began to turn heads. Inside the company, other executives were getting their own quiet payoffs to keep silent. General Counsel Mark Belnick was hidden $14 million in loans, while board member Frank Walsh Jr. received a secret $20 million finder's fee. But the cracks in the armor were growing too wide to ignore. On January 30, 2002, the New York Times published a bombshell report, revealing that Kozlowski and Swartz had quietly dumped over $100 million of their Tyco stock in the previous fiscal year. The public started questioning Tyco's honesty, causing the stock to slide. But it wasn't a corporate watchdog or a federal agency that finally cracked the case. It was a local prosecutor who noticed something strange about a few oil paintings. Enter Robert Morgenthau, the legendary Manhattan district attorney. While federal authorities had investigated Tyco and declined to prosecute, Morgenthau's office was looking into a completely unrelated crime: local sales tax evasion by wealthy art collectors. Morgenthau discovered that Kozlowski had purchased millions of dollars in fine art and shipped empty boxes to New Hampshire to avoid paying New York State sales tax. When Morgenthau's team subpoenaed Kozlowski's personal financial records to investigate the tax issue, they stumbled upon the massive web of unauthorized corporate loans and hidden bonuses. On June 3, 2002, Kozlowski unexpectedly resigned as CEO of Tyco as news of the tax evasion probe broke. The very next day, he was indicted for tax evasion. Within months, CFO Mark Swartz also resigned. On September 12, 2002, both men were arrested and charged with 38 counts, including grand larceny and securities fraud, accused of stealing $170 million directly and fraudulently selling $430 million in stock options. The house of cards collapsed, and Tyco's stock crashed from $60 to just $18 per share. But getting these men behind bars would prove to be an agonizing battle, featuring a dramatic courtroom twist that nearly let them walk free. The first criminal trial of Kozlowski and Swartz began in October 2003, but in April 2004, it ended in a mistrial after a juror reportedly received threats following an okay gesture made to the defense team. It took a second trial in 2005 to finally secure a conviction. The defense team argued that the executives' massive compensation packages were simply confusing and almost embarrassingly large, but claimed nothing was hidden. The jury didn't buy it. On June 17, 2005, both men were convicted on 22 of 23 counts, including grand larceny, securities fraud, and falsifying business records. They were sentenced to 8 years and 4 months to 25 years in prison and ordered to pay $134 million in joint restitution to Tyco. Kozlowski was hit with an additional $70 million fine, ultimately paying $167 million in restitution and penalties, while Swartz was fined $35 million. While Tyco International managed to survive and recover under new CEO Edward Breen, the damage to ordinary people was done. Thousands of employees and retirees saw their life savings evaporate as the stock plummeted. Kozlowski served his time and was paroled in 2014, with his probation ending in 2015. Decades after the scandal, Kozlowski himself would finally break his silence, offering a chilling confession about what really drove him to steal. Actions Kozlowski later admitted: "It was pure and simple greed. I feel horrible. I can't say how sorry I am and how deeply I regret my actions." The $6,000 floral shower curtain became a permanent monument to corporate arrogance, a stark reminder of what happens when executive oversight fails, and the line between company funds and personal wealth is completely erased. If you want to understand how other corporate giants vanished overnight during this era of greed, click on our next video to uncover the collapse of Enron.